confident, though, obviously, that the Japanese people are so resourceful. Japan is such a powerful economy and such an advanced economy technologically that Japan will successfully rebuild. And it has experience dealing with natural disasters. It has dealt with them before. It will deal with them again. And Japan, I'm sure, will come back stronger than ever, hopefully with our help. All right. Thank you very much, everybody.
All right, President Obama leaving the briefing room after a conversation with reporters, a full press conference that was supposed to be about energy prices. I'm Ali Velshi.
I'm Hala Garanya, but of course it tackled many more big and important topics today, including that earthquake in Japan and the tsunami that devastated so many parts of northern Japan. So Ali, he spoke to the Japanese Prime Minister, President Obama did, pledged assistance, any kind of assistance Japan might need, including cleanup efforts after all this is done. And they've tried and hopefully succeeded in rescuing as many people as possible, and also said he was heartbroken by the tragedy.
And he also touched on energy issues and one of the biggest concerns leading up to a week from now, and that is the federal budget in the United States. Wolf Blitzer's been watching this very closely for us from Washington. Wolf, it was supposed to be about energy and oil prices, but obviously overnight this development in Japan changed the course of this discussion, and it became about all of these topics, as Hala was saying, including Libya and energy prices. What did you take away from the president's comments?
On all of these issues, the president he certainly has a full plate of crises right now. Japan very much on his mind, as you can see. As you point out, he said he was heartbroken by what's going on. I suspect that the devastation, the loss of life, will only increase in the coming hours. This is a crisis of enormous importance. The worst earthquake, I think, ever in Japan right now, 8.9. Magnitude, a powerful earthquake followed by this huge tsunami. So the work is only beginning to find those who may have survived and to do whatever is necessary to rescue those who might still be trapped. But unfortunately, I suspect this is going to get the tragedy, the scope of the tragedy, what we know about it, is going to get a whole lot worse in the coming hours. On the issue of Libya, it was important to note that the president said that the United States is now going to have a U.S. official who will be in close consultation with the Libyan opposition. Now, that's not going as far as the government of France did yesterday when it formally recognized the opposition as the legitimate government of Libya, but it does say the U.S. will have a permanent official in close consultation, a representative working with the Libyan opposition, and he reaffirmed what we knew yesterday. The Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton, who's going to the region in the coming days, she will meet with some members of that Libyan opposition. But he said while all options are on the table, including all military options, the United States is not taking any direct military steps, at least not yet, to get rid of Muammar Gaddafi. The U.S. goal is to get rid of him, but he was not precise, as you heard, Ali and Hala, in how the U.S. will do it, and certainly did not authorize a no-fly zone anytime soon. He's still hoping that NATO and the United Nations will give some sort of international backing before the U.S. does anything unilaterally.
Well, thanks very much. We'll stay on top of this with you. Wolf Blitzer in Washington. Two things, Hala. Wolf was just mentioning this new development about Libya. It was a big development this week when France decided to recognize the transitional government, the opposition in Libya, as the legitimate carriers of government there.
Absolutely, and France is distancing itself from the United States and Germany. France and the UK on the one hand, the United States and Germany on the other, in another way as well. They're a lot more enthusiastic about this no-fly zone idea. And the United States seems a lot cooler on it, so it's going to be interesting to see how much more violence and bloodshed it will take, potentially, for all these countries to get together within a NATO framework with UN backing to do something militarily in Libya.
And I want to introduce our viewers from the United States and around the world. I'm Ali Velshi with Hala Garani here covering this historic disaster. Much of the world is feeling it. We're still on the lookout for high waves on the U.S. West Coast, where beaches have been closed all night. Within the past few hours, 6 or even 7-foot waves hit parts of Hawaii, but we have no reports of injury or serious damage.
In fact, if you look at this picture, it looks like any normal day, but look at this picture in northern Japan, and the damage there is monumental. The known death toll in the hundreds. It is certain to climb It was 8.9 magnitude. That is
The known death toll is in the hundreds. I've heard 3.
These are,
The
this
death
is, water
toll
has no
is
business being
expected
here,
to
Al
climb
Ali. This
really.
is debris, cars,
This is
houses,
debris,
just
houses,
slamming against the
everything
coast
slamming
and
against the
going inland
coast.
as far as several miles.
One always wonders if you don't have
Well,
experience
look
with
at
this,
that
how much
picture
damage
there.
water
It
can do.
tells
We've
it
seen
all.
example after
Everything
example
coming
of
off
this.
the tablecloth
This
on the
police in
table.
the coastal city of Sendai
The earth
say that they have found
is
as
the
many as
table, the
300
tablecloth is the
bodies
waves,
in the
and
tsunami's
everything
wake.
taken
This is
with
some
it.
50 miles to the
That's
southwest.
just
The dam is broken.
terrible.
1,800 homes, by the government's count, have washed away.
And this is, as we said, the biggest earthquake Japan has ever recorded. This is inside a building. I believe this is an office building,
Yep.
exactly at the exact moment that this earthquake struck.
Now this earthquake was centered roughly 200 miles northeast of Tokyo at a relatively shallow 15 miles below the sea floor. On land, destruction takes many forms. Let me show you a picture of a refinery in the city of Chiba, just east of Tokyo. A